What's up, guys? Welcome to Sunny Games. I'm Sunny. Today I'm bringing you guys a State of Decay 2 solo Daybreak guide here in 2021. I've gotten to pick this game back up. I'm wanting to grind out some new communities with some prestige points. I decided I'm gonna learn how to do this solo, and I have a solid strategy guide. I've won about 15 in a row of these, so I feel pretty good. Credit also goes to the channel Rivet D for some of his strats. I'll have his link below. With that, subscribe if you're new and you're looking for State of Decay 2 content. Like the video and comment below to help that algorithm help a new channel out and the work that I put into this video. So to start off, we're going to be using the Clio shotgun, and it's going to be our main weapon later in the waves, and the deployable minefield. If you guys don't have the minefields, the remote grenades are actually brilliant as well. If you don't have the Clio shotgun, follow this guide and conserve as much ammo as you can until you get one of the drops later for one of those Clio guns. First things first though, as soon as you boot up the game solo, make sure that your two NPC buddies have the RTX Horde Breaker. This looks like the sniper. If they don't and instead have shotguns, you're gonna want to restart until both of them have Horde Breakers, especially if you've never done solo before. It makes a huge difference. I've done this with one Horde Breaker and one of them with a shotgun. It's doable, but only for veterans who've done these runs plenty of times, as it gets a lot messier. I've done it a few times with just one shotgun and Horde Breaker, but it is so hard. So definitely look for the two Horde Breakers. It can get tedious having to restart over and over, but it's absolutely worth it, as the NPCs are just way better at clearing with those guns. Now, before I go further, your strats will change as time goes on. You don't have to follow this guide to a T. If you find yourself in trouble much earlier than what's happening in my guide, throw the rules out of what's happening in my video. Start using all your best stuff as soon as possible to survive. Also, the number one thing I stress more than anything, even if breaches are happening, do not panic. I have recovered a dozen times from what looks like I'm about to lose. You can recover. Practice is going to make perfect. It will take a multiple time run to really get this down, and you're doing it solo like I did for me. Once you're all set up though for that first wave and you have all that stuff I just talked about, you're going to want to go ahead and start organizing all your guns. Keep in mind, you can follow my guide, but you guys will probably have your own way of clearing as time goes on. For me, I organize the weapons. The Wolverine will use at a later wave. Clio's shotgun and the ammo will be saved for later, and I personally will use the Horde Breaker or the Stormbringer, whichever one you prefer, right away. Organize the wall repair kits, the bandages to heal the technician, the ammo, the explosives. We will not be using explosives until later waves. I do equip again the Horde Bringer and the 7.262 rounds for the first two waves. First wave, we will simply conserve ammo and melee, only shooting things that are really far away from us and they're hitting the wall. The NPCs do a lot of the work here, and it's not too hard on that first wave. For the Clio drops throughout this guide, you're going to want to prioritize explosives number one, wall repairs, and Clio ammo, and anything else after that. Before you actually go collect Clio drops though, make sure you drop your entire inventory and it's empty, so that way you'll have space to go ahead and equip and collect things later in the run as you're collecting all those Clio drops. Always be mindful of your time management. The second wave is very straightforward again. This time we're just shooting a bit more as to limit the amount of damage on the wall, mixing in some melee. If you find yourself running out of stamina, crouching restores your stamina super fast. Again, for the Clio drops, grab explosives, ammos of all kinds once that wave is done. Starting the third wave, we start to treat this a bit more serious from here on out. We switch to the Wolverine shotgun and we keep the Horde Bringer in our inventory alongside a few rounds of ammo for it, but at this point we are full on shooting this entire run. No more melee. Unequip your melee weapon. This is very important, so that way you can do executes much faster, because you don't want to have long animations on those executes. Drop your melee weapon. Of course, the helmet dudes, execute them. Keep the wall clean as much as you can in these waves going forward. Eventually a juggernaut does come. Switch to your Horde Breaker, but if you want, you can take this thing down with your shotgun, but the Horde Breaker will take them down faster. Always shoot these guys in the head. Once this round is done, if you need to repair walls, go for it. Drop your inventory and grab the Clio drops. This one is important because there is remote grenades, and these are important to your survival, so again, prioritize explosives, wall repair, Clio ammo, and then the rest of the ammo. Make sure after these supply runs you are keeping everything organized still, as well as your explosives. But wave 4 is when this really starts to ramp up in difficulty quite a bit, so you might want to equip those explosives here. But in my runs I do not use explosives in wave 4 either, which does make this one of the hardest waves, even harder than some of the later ones, as you guys might see in this video. I do use the Wolverine and Horde Breaker for this wave, whatever is left of my ammo between those two guns. I do try to take my best to take everything out, including the 2 Juggernauts this wave, but in this run in the video it was not a clean run, but I did get to save my explosives. Again, I want to reiterate them. If you need to use your explosives in wave 4, go for it. The wave 4 drops though don't have much after the round is done, so again the priority is the same before. Go out and collect, make sure your inventory is wiped. For wave 5 here is when now we get to use our Clio shotgun and all that stockpile of ammo we've had this whole time gathering up. Grab that shotgun, do nothing from here on out but shoot your way through, especially equip the explosives, preferably the remote grenades, and use them when you're truly in trouble. For me on this round, I still try not to use my explosives unless I'm behind, since the Clio shotgun is pretty powerful, especially on the 2 Juggernauts, as long as you're hitting them in the head. In this run in the video, the wall does get broken down. I calmly repair it, and you are going to find gaps where there isn't as many Zeds, and you can go ahead and repair, and again, don't freak out. Once wave 5 is done, the fun really starts. Make sure you pick up all the explosives, don't miss any. Before the wave starts here, you want to plant 4 deployable minefields. This is extremely important because this is the X factor that really leads you to victory. Spread them out and don't detonate them yet. Once you're all set up with your Clio shotguns and the mines are planted and you're organized and wave 6 starts, you can feel free to detonate when you feel in trouble. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, I sometimes do this, well I pretty much do this all the time right at the start of the waves. I just let these things fly and I detonate. Doing so can really give you time to repair walls if they are really down, or heal up, or get yourself just even more organized. They last a while. Again, use your grenades when you're in trouble in round 6, but clear as normal with the Clio shotgun. Stay stocked up on ammo at all times. Repair walls in between while your mines are doing a lot of the work. If you're able to get past wave 6 by now and the wave is done, drop your inventory and pick up all the explosives, including one gun that has 120 ammo. This is important because this acts like a backpack for 120 Clio ammo. Keep it in your inventory. Now, once you've collected the drops and you have all these explosives, plant the remaining 4 remote minefields. Once this last wave starts again, detonate if you feel in danger, but I detonate right at the start because multiple Juggernauts are going to start coming in one by one right after the other. On this last wave, sometimes it's one of my easier ones because the minefields are doing so much work. I just focus on the Juggernauts that get through and I shoot them in the head a ton with the Clio shotgun. Towards the end of this wave, 2 Juggernauts are going to come at the same time. Do not panic. Use your remaining explosives if you need to. Whatever is left in your arsenal, shoot them down. I want to say for the record, I'm actually taking these 2 down with no explosives and keeping my technician clean. So again, guys, don't freak out. I guess you guys get the point by now. Overall, this is how I do it every single run. I'm sure your run's going to look a little different. Maybe you'll find even more efficient methods to handle the waves. For the record, do not use bandages to heal. Use your med packs. Keep the bandages for the technician. And the number one advice is organize all your stuff. At the start, when learning how to do these waves, I've lost a bunch because I can't find bandages or wall repair kits, and I end up just losing. So more than anything, be organized and know where your important loot is, so that way you're able to just take everything down nice and efficient. If you have any thoughts on this run, on this video, let me know down below. Make sure you're subscribed as I cover at the moment State of Decay 2 exclusively. Also, like the video and comment so it helps the algorithm help me find new people to this channel. I'm Sunny, thanks for watching.